No, everybody good? Okay. I'm going to read from a brief statement, then we'll take a few questions. Understand again that the GBI is the investigating agency, so some things that we'll not be able to answer. So it is with great sadness that I come before you today. Investigator Cecil Ridley was shot and killed last night while conducting specialized operations at the Shop Mart located at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, 12th Street. I recently directed the establishment of these proactive teams to combat the senseless gun violence that we're experiencing here in Augusta. These proactive teams are comprised of members of the Narcotics Division. These teams are designed to conduct aggressive operations targeting areas where firearms, drug activity, and gang activity are most prevalent in our city. Investigator Ridley and other deputies were conducting an investigation in the parking lot of the Shop Mart. The suspect, identified as 24-year-old Alvin Hester Jr., the convicted felon, left the parking lot against the instruction of deputies and retreated inside the store. Once inside, he was confronted by a deputy. Hester, who was carrying a bag which contained drugs and 3 handguns, produced one of the handguns and shot Investigator Ridley as he was entering the store with backup. 2 other deputies returned fire and wounded Hester, who was taken and remained at the Augusta University Medical Center under guard by our deputies. Investigator Ridley was transported by ambulance to Augusta University Medical Center and was later pronounced deceased at 8:45 p.m. Investigator Ridley has combined 17 years at Richmond County Sheriff Office and was assigned to the Narcotics Division for the majority of his career. Investigator Ridley was known widely and reputed as one of our most aggressive and seasoned investigators. Since the implementation of these proactive teams over the last 15 days, there have been a significant reduction in gun violence. These teams have written 64 citations, made 84 drug cases, 45 felony arrests, and seized 52 firearms in 15 days. Investigator Ridley died from a senseless act of gun violence while trying to eradicate it from the streets of Augusta. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation was called in to handle the incident, and all criminal charges were stemmed from their office. Sergeant Alonzo Bell and Deputy Vernon Johnson, who returned fire, have been placed on administrative leave with pay until the investigation is concluded. Investigator Ridley was an asset to this agency. He and all of our deputies put themselves at great risk each and every day to help keep the citizens of Richmond County safe. We grieve for Investigator Ridley and his family, but we know that if the circumstances were different, he would tell us to press on. So accordingly, we want the message to go forward that we're going to continue these operations, and we hope that the court will show no leniency when it comes to these individuals who willfully choose to engage in gun violence in our city. May God bless the Richmond County Sheriff's Office and the city of Augusta. Thank you. We'll take any questions.
So how would you describe Investigator Ridley to the community and to our viewers and our readers?
He was extremely passionate about his job. He was with us about 11 years prior to, left for another job. When I came back to office, showed interest in coming back to work for us. We saw his potential, was able to bring him back. He went back into our narcotics division, and he has excelled there. He's one of our best narcotics investigators.
How do you want Investigator Ridley to be remembered?
I want him to be a symbol of what we're trying to do in Richmond County. We're trying to eliminate and reduce gun violence in Richmond County. Get sometimes when we want to criticize it, that what we do is at the risk of our lives. And unfortunately, this cowardly act by this individual is a result of us aggressively going after those individuals. As I said, he was in possession of 3 handguns and more than 1 narcotic. His intent was to do harm in Richmond County. How tragic this incident, this individual was a danger to society, and hopefully he'll never have an opportunity to hurt anyone again.
And what message do you give to your deputies who may have concerns, safety concerns now after this incident?
A lot of deputies who responded to the hospital last night we were able to meet with, and they understand this is why we do it. This is just a reminder of how dangerous it is, but then it lets them know that it's worth it. That for us to do this each and every day, that means our hearts are with the city of Augusta, of this community. It just reinforces their passion of why they got into service, why they got into law enforcement, for the betterment of the city. And I think that message resonates with them, and that's why they put on the badge. It's not for the, like I said, I wish we could compensate them financially for the work that they do, but that's not their primary motivation. This reminds us of why we do it, and the human part of it, and how we are a family that's supporting the city of Augusta.
What kind of man was he in and outside these offices?
To some people, he was extremely close. The members of my command staff are, it's a tragic loss to. And like I said, as a professional, as an investigator, that's the person you wanted on your case. Outside, he, like I said, he had friends who spoke to the fact that said, you know, they had genuine love for him. So that says a lot about the person. And I know there are various opinions, but there are various opinions about every person in this room and in this city. And people are entitled to them. But all I can tell you is the good of the 17 years in which he did.
Any previous interactions with the investigator and the suspect?
Not this investigating suspect that we know of. We know that Mr. Hester had a criminal history going back to a juvenile. He is a convicted felon, but I don't see a direct tie right now to him or the officers who were involved.
And are there any, are there any surveillance video that you guys have that might be released in the coming days?
That will be up to the GBI. The store, in fact, did have surveillance equipment. We were able to view that. Of course, the account in which we feel is accurate, the one that I just gave you. But again, the GBI, once they turn that over to this return, they'll make the determination on that particular video.
Has the GBI given you any update on the process of the investigation?
Yeah, they were here all night, and they were waiting for me this morning in reference to that. So, based on their preliminary findings, like I said, the account is pretty much in line with what I've just told you. That's why charges, I was assured that charges would be filed because the person is at the hospital and under guard. You will see multiple charges come out today, up to include homicide.
We were told that Investigator Ridley was operating a proactive patrol, which is a part of your initiative to reduce gun violence. You know, this is the one thing that you were trying to prevent. Does this elevate your focus?
I think it's cemented. We have a gun culture problem in Richmond County, and we recognize it, we acknowledge it, and now we're throwing everything we have at it. And like I said in my statement, we're going to continue. If anything, it's going to make us go out and be more aggressive. Because like the chief and I were speaking earlier, regardless of the circumstance, he's an individual. That's 3 more guns that's off the streets of Augusta. And I hate that the tragic cost in which it cost us. But think about the countless lives that it possibly could have saved.
Did he ever share with you what made him get into law enforcement?
Not with me. Like I said, with several members, and the chief may be able to speak to it because he worked closely with him when he worked in narcotics. I was when I was on the road, so I knew his work ethic. So I don't know his motivation to the fact of initially, but I knew how passionate he was about coming back. Once I got elected in 2012, he came back in 2013 when he reached out and said, I really miss it and I want to come back. I don't know, Chief, did you ever share any issues?
Yes, he was very passionate about drug law enforcement and specifically, and he, the only enemies I ever knew that he ever had were drug dealers.
Are there any
Got back today, about 2 hours ago. It was escorted back by members of the DeKalb County Motorcycle along with GSP and every county between here and there joining the escort. So the remains are back in Augusta at the funeral home. Once the family, probably today, probably tomorrow, we have a better understanding of what those arrangements will be. And once we get those, with the permission of the family, we will disseminate them to you.
And we have seen all over social media, and we've received statements from different local law enforcement. What does that support mean to you?
The community support and law enforcement support has been overwhelming. We're getting calls last night, and individuals, I'm just talking about myself, but the agency has been getting calls from other agencies. But I've received at least 3 dozen calls from law enforcement chiefs. I received a call from Governor Kemp this morning at 8:03. He called and spoke to it. Some ASACs in Atlanta. So all over this area, not just the local area here, people have been reaching out to us, and even the community has been sending messages. And again, I'm only speaking personally from what I got, so I can't, you just multiply that by 100 of what the agency has got. So we do want to thank the community for that. The mayor's office, the mayor is here. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. His wife is here supporting our agency as well. So it's not a lack of support, you know, and all it does is remind us that people do care. Now, when you say social media, there are a few who are going to get on social media and just use it as a platform to try to tear this government down and the agency down. But it's a lot more the people who care about us than the people who are looking to do us harm.
How new was this gun control initiative?
I'm sorry?
How new was this initiative that?
We started about a month ago. Well, I think I did a news conference on it about we were going to start with the gun violence. Like I said, in the last 15 days, I tell you, we exceeded 52 guns in 15 days in drug arrest. And if you look at it on a small scale and a large scale, 52 guns in 15 days, I'm talking illegal firearms. That's the key point of it, these illegal firearms. These people who had these weapons knew they shouldn't have had them. They were intent to do harm in this city. So you have to look at it at that magnitude. Think about if you just assign one life, even though the capacity of the gun may be 12, 15 rounds, if you just assign one life per gun, that's potentially 52 lives that were spared in Richmond County. That's how you have to look at it. So it's worth it. And if you might say, when they ask you, have any regrets? Yeah, regrets is we probably should have started a lot sooner. That would be the only one.
Well, as you continue this initiative, especially after this incident, are there any new strategies to come along with this?
Well, again, this is just one strategy. Like I tell you, you can't never just, and I tell people all the time, you can't lock your way up out of a problem. So this is just one strategy. This is an enforcement tool because we want people to know who are carrying these firearms because they've just gotten too brazen. The fact that they feel there's no consequences, we want to let them know. We have a giving back program that we do where we've identified potential people who've been in trouble before and offer them services. And like I said before, it's a cultural problem too. We have to go into these neighborhoods and educate these individuals that is not the culture, is not okay, and is not socially acceptable to be walking around at 12, 13, 14 years old thinking you need a firearm just to walk around the streets of Augusta. So that message has to get out there too. And I will be blunt with it because all our homicides have been involving people in the African American community. So it's a cultural issue that needs to be said and needs to be addressed. And we're doing that. So again, we're not just locking up people. We're trying to educate and we're trying to offer them a path forward to lead a life. So we have a lot of different initiatives. And this is just one component, and the reason, like I said, we just aggressive with this one, because they had got to the point where we were seeing multiple firearms on incidents, where when I started almost 30 years ago, you have a group of individuals, and you fit, and that's it. Now, people carrying, like this guy, he's 24 years old, and he has 3 guns. You have 2 hands, but you got 3 guns, and you got drugs. So, I mean, that's let you know what his mentality is.
You speak of going into these neighborhoods. Tell me, what is the crime like around Augusta Mart?
Well, overall, our violent crime and property crimes are down. We consistently went down since 2012. It has been, remember now, I go, and it's unrealistic to say we're going to eliminate crime. Our goal is the reduction of crime, and we're doing it. It happens that gun violence and violent crime gets the most publicity, even though burglaries and thefts affect the most people. Where we may have 100 gun crimes, we've had 3,000 burglaries and thefts, but those don't get the coverage that violent crimes do, so we have to address those. But overall, if you look at our numbers, and we divide those, and we go over them every week, we consistently, every year, have reduced violent crime and property crime by double digits every year. Like I said, just the perception is what, not the numbers, it's the perception. But our other thing, perception is that some of these convicted felons think they can walk around with impunity to the fact that they're not going to be stopped, they're not going to be pressed, and they're not going to be confronted. And that's the message that we're trying to see now, that yes, if you walk around the streets of Augusta illegally, you're going to be approached, you're going to be stopped, and we're going to try to seize that firearm. And you very well will.
Deputies that were on the scene last night, do you believe they responded accordingly?
Absolutely. From everything that I've seen, actually, I think this proactive patrol, last night we had 20 deputies out, 2 two-man teams. This was either the first or second stop, because again, they started about 8 o'clock. And this incident happened shortly after 8 o'clock. So everybody who went there had a mission. They worked great together. That's why those 2 teams are part of it, because they usually work hand in hand, so they can anticipate the play. With Investigator Ridley, like I said, one deputy was aggressively saw an individual going to the store with the bag after he told him to stop. He went in and began providing backup and officer safety. And Investigator Ridley wasn't even able to draw his firearm, because the guy, as soon as he came in the door, the guy ran out and fired on him. So that's tragic. It's a cowardly act. It's a cowardly move. But we act appropriately, absolutely. And we'll be back out again after we lay him to rest, absolutely. And I think we're going to act appropriately hereafter.
So you were here in 2017 when 4 of your deputies passed away throughout the whole year. How do you move on personally, and the agency moves on from something as tragic as this?
I'll tell you, I mean, this was a little tougher because we've had so many. So we are depending on each other, because most of the people who are here now have went through the other one. So it's a joint experience, and then like the first one we had is our first time going through it. We had talked about it as a command center prior to it happening. With the agency our size, the likelihood of it happening, you have to accept the responsibility that with the agency our size and the city our size, the amount of crime and the calls that we get, there's a likelihood that officers are going to be injured or hurt. And you have to understand, like I tell people, last year we answered 423,000 calls to service. 423,000. That's interaction with people and individuals. So, like I told him at the hospital last night, we told him today in CID, we're going to continue our routine. We're going to be there for his family, of course, but we still have a job to do. We still have a mission to complete. We're not going to pause from that mission. We're going to pause to pay him the respect that he had in the time that's coming for his overall mission. we're gonna be right back out there tonight. That's why we're back here today at work. That's why the policy we have with people today, other services we give him the proper respect that he and his family deserve.
Two questions. I don't know if you already mentioned this, but was there a specific place where the bullet hit the investigator, and if so, was he wearing a belt?
I can't get into the specifics right now. He was sent to Atlanta for an autopsy. I was at the hospital that night, so I was able to view some injuries, but again, we're not gonna say anything till the official autopsy report comes out, because it's still a criminal investigation. You have to understand that. Even though our officer did not survive, the suspect did. So now we have to look for a successful prosecution of this individual. That was both questions, I'm sorry.
The second one was if he was wearing a vest.
I know he had on his exterior vest, he had an interior vest on too.
He had the tactical vest.
Tactical vest,
Kind of sharp on it.
yeah.
Have you been in contact with DA Natalie Payne about?
She was at the hospital last night. Yes.
Okay.
Her and a member of her staff and other law enforcement agencies were at the hospital for Went last night. So we were in constant contact with them. And like I said, the GBI stayed throughout the night and left this morning when we came in, kind of like relieved us. And then they left. The thing about this group and the GBI and the DA's office and the local law enforcement here, all of us have worked together. So we're not strangers. So it's not like you're going somewhere and you don't have a relationship with these individuals. Everyone has a cell phone, they can call, they can pick up. The coroner's office briefs us every step of the way in conjunction with the transportation, his remains with escorts and all, like I said, other agencies. So, you know, we work well together, we share information together, so that part of it is not hard at all. So, yeah, they were, last night, like I said, people, sweatpants and tennis shoes were at the hospital just there for.
Have you heard from the family?
Yeah, we met with the family last night. I'm just still waiting on some come in. His spouse worked in North Carolina, so she had to be escorted here, which we helped arrange that. So she arrived last night along with the family that was local, so we were able to sit down with them. And I do want to say to the staff at Augusta University Medical Center, the doctor staff, and the chaplains and support staff, they were outstanding. They extended, and we pretty much invaded that wing of the hospital. We apologized for it, but they were so gracious, working with the family, working with our deputies, and we said, you know, take all the time you need. They understood the rough scene last night. They were outstanding, so I do want to specifically thank them.
Well, you mentioned seeing a lot of people talking online, a lot of those showing, condolences at this time. There are those who are having accusations and questions about his previous employment here at the sheriff's office. Why did he leave?
I'm not certain why he left, but I was happy to have him back. I had no chief. Chief worked more closely with him than I, because I was working homicide, he was working narcotics. And all the complaints that we know of we got were from people who were involved in drug activity. You expect that sometimes as a good narcotics officer. But again, he followed all our protocols. He got awards and citations while he was here. Since he's been back, he's been one of our leading investigators for a leadership position coming up this year. He was done well, and we expected good things from him there. So I had no reservations at all. I didn't. And like I said, so for those who I saw some of the negative comments, I thought they were inappropriate. But I can't change their opinion. All I can do is offer mine in the service of which he did. And he gave the ultimate sacrifice, regardless of how you felt about him as a person. He was out there for the citizens of Richmond. And for me, that's enough. Anything else? Well, again, I want to thank you all so much for coming, and like I said, the support from the public overall has been outstanding in different departments for reaching out. And I'll tell you, like to tell everybody else, sometimes we can't get back to you as quick as, it's not that we've forgotten or we do not appreciate it. It's just a lot of moving parts when we're talking about an officer death. So I don't want anyone to feel slighted in any way. We don't get back to you as quick as maybe should. We're not trying to, again, discount your sincere condolences and support. And I truly hope when we do make arrangements and we do have the service that most people can come out and show support like they always do. I think like I said, it comes in and out goes. We still have to continue as Willis Foreman. And when you got fifth graders that stand up and talk about it and give you the award, that means a lot. So, all right. Thank y'all so much.